and give kids an opportunity to make money in the CBD and cannabis business. So that's my goal.
That's wonderful. Well, now I heard you at the conference that we both attended at the Fireside Chat with Gipp. And you said that your mother or your grandmother one, I don't remember, used to give you guys cannabis oil to help you sleep.
Yeah, like you gotta remember, like one thing about Georgia and one thing that people don't understand. Half my family is black, half my family is Cherokee. Now, my grandmothers, they lived up in Paulding County. That's Rockmart, Cedartown, Rome, up in the mountains.
Where I live.
Yeah, so my grandmama lived on Knox Mountain. And we was raised the old ways. We went and we picked our vegetables. We had livestock. And when we got sick, back then, when you got sick, it was two things that she had. It was three things in her cabinet she kept. She kept Tusk, which the kids call now syrup. She kept pure Tusk in there, which was either the yellow or the purple. Sometimes the pink. She ain't like giving us the pink because I like to eat that. That was the good one. And then she keeps some castor oil. That was number 2. And number 3, that was the cannabis oil. So, being that I had full-blooded grannies that were Cherokee, they didn't trust the doctors. They believed in old ways. God, everything in the world, they would say, everything in the world that's in the world can heal man. It's about man figuring out what to use to heal themselves. So, a lot of the things that, and a lot of the ways that our elders used to treat themselves, it had to be passed down. So that's the whole thing behind my whole line is, first, giving back to my people. Second, providing a way for these kids. I've been in the street, I used to sell weed, and I did it, but I did it at a different time. And the times that I did it, you had to be picked to do things like that, or you had to have your own way in. But, it was a different time. It wasn't no cameras. It wasn't no cell phones.
Yeah.
It wasn't none of that. You know what I mean? So I feel like the times now and those times were just a different world, But I feel like now, the biggest thing that I would say that the South being able to get into the cannabis business, I think this market is going to be bigger than California.
Oh, I believe
it's going to be bigger than a lot of the West Coast cities simply because Atlanta is really the Los Angeles of the South. Now we have such a big emergence of Tyler Perry. Now we have such a big emergence of sports and things of that sort. But I feel like the next big wave to hit Georgia is the cannabis business, the CBD business, and soon the gambling business and the resort business. So if you see a lot of people buying up 100, 200 acres, they buying it up for a purpose.
Oh yeah.
As far as us being, what's special about that, Gipp? I say this is what's special about that. When they're able to put a dog track out on 75 and put an amusement park and at the same time sell cannabis, that's a lot of money. For us, that we are the first faces of this industry, I feel like all of us should be involved. I will go to the Capitol, and I look at it like this. For all of us that's out here growing the brands, we may not get these first 5 or 6 licenses that these people want to put out here. But I would tell all of my fellow people that's in this business with me, let them be the NFL. Grow your brand, make your brand strong, and they're gonna have to come and pay you like Brady. So that's for everybody that's in the game. Just grow your brand, grow your network, and make sure you have great product. The biggest thing, and I think that's going on in Atlanta right now, is people don't know the difference between the real and fake.
Well, that's true.
You got you walking in grocery stores, you walking in side stores, and then they got all this what's supposed to be CBD, but really it's the gray area because we have no testing system here, so people don't know what's good and what's bad. That's the reason why I would say, if you're gonna get in this, represent quality and not quantity. You know.
And you talked about the music part and how it intertwines with this, right? So what are your plans, given how, the climate, what you guys had to do with the foundation, especially here in Atlanta? What are some of the things that you are? Because I've been checking out your interviews. I hear a lot of your opinions about what's going on now.
Well, the biggest thing, we just got to fight for our right.
Amen. Yes.
We got to fight for our right, and we cannot let all the rich people of Georgia control this business like they've controlled everything else before this generation. This is a new emerging. You got to look. California's had 25 years ahead of us. They've been doing this for 25 years. We're so late to the game.
Yeah.
So
But
that's the reason why I would say just make sure you do your studies. Make sure you can explain. Make sure you can sell your products, but make sure you know what's in your products. This right here is like liquid gold. I've already got this down in the hospitals in Columbus.
And the pharmacies, you said.
And it's I've already got it in pharmacies. But I'm delivering this to hospitals, to patients, where they rather take this and rub this on than take Percocets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for me, like, that's the greatest thing, is when you can sit back and somebody can say, yo, Gipp, it works. You know what I mean? So
that's the reward.
That's the reward,
Well, you've got, how many products do you have?
I have 14 products. I have the tinctures. This is the tincture. This is $2,500 at night. You do this thing. And a lot of this stuff coming straight from California. So I know that's the difference between me and a lot of everybody else. A lot of people getting their stuff from Kentucky. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like,
is that what's called medical grade?
Yeah. Well, see, the people that I'm dealing with in California is not, they again, like I said, they're 25 years ahead of us.
Yeah.
I could bring some people around here that can show us stuff that nobody in this room can get even near. I said, now the tincture, this is usually used, my mother uses this. A lot of times she don't get a lot of sleep. So she'll stay up 2 or 3 in the morning. So a lot of times she'll take this tincture, she'll put it in her food, she'll just do it manually, and she'll get a good night's rest. You know what I mean? As far as, I got body butter for the girls. I got even the skin cream. Like the third phase of the company. The first phase was doing the CBD. The second phase is the THC line. And the third phase is the hair line. Before I got into music, I went to hair school.
Oh, I didn't know
I did
that.
hair.
Oh, wow.
Because what people don't understand, Atlanta, this was a big hair town. This was the home of Bronner Brothers.
Yeah.
So when we were kids, everybody, especially in the 80s, everybody wanted to have hair salons. And I had a curl, you know what I mean? So a lot of my aunties did hair, they did hair at the house. So with that being said, Gipp was always in the hair business. All I had to do was take my state board, and then players ball dropped, and I never went and took my state board.